fully abandoned.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh.
Saving Private Ryan, Hacksaw Ridge, Top Gun. These are all movies that sparked my interest in board history. Considering we're a fishing adventure YouTube channel, today we're going to do a little bit more adventure than fishing. We're going to mix it up. We're exploring an abandoned military fort. And we might even try and get a bit of food on the way. This is Jace. I was meant to make a joke about us being two eggs. We've both got bald heads. If you're wondering why we're on a boat, this fort is actually an island fort. A decommissioned island fort. So sick. I'm wanting a side cook up. Our plan of attack, get some mussels, because that's on the way to the fort. I've already picked up mussels, now I need some more. Your mussels, by the way. So the district we're in is known for its mussels, but there's one spot where you can get the best mussel, and that's right here. I don't know if you can tell on the GoPro, but that's seals everywhere. They can be aggressive. That's what I'm worried about. So the reason why this spot's the best is no one's really game to dive the pylons under them, because when they dive in, they can land on you. So key is, go deep when you're diving down, and you want to take mussels from lower than 2 meters under the water, which is like the high tide mark. The trouble is, it's not real clear, the water at the moment. This isn't that clear, so we're off to the fort first. Pretty dark clouds behind me, so I'm hoping we beat that rain. Jace has also just dropped something on me. Apparently, it's haunted, which, as if every abandoned army fort isn't haunted. Do you remember his name, who's haunting it? It'd be Colonel something. They're always colonels. Ghosts are always colonels. We're going full noise at this fort. I don't know if I can make it out on the GoPro, but it's this black thing in front of us. Hopefully you can see it. You'll see it soon enough. I just want to get on it though. I'm going to show you what this thing looks like from the air. I am that excited. You excited?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Now for my favourite part of any boating adventure, getting the drone back in safely. Oh no! Oh. So you know, Jace here is the best knotsman I know. My theory's always been, can't tie knots, tie lots. So he's in charge of tying us up to the jetty. We've got Jace up the front. We'll see how his sea legs go. That's not going anywhere. The research I've done said there was up to 100 personnel posted on this island at any one time, at one point in time, which I was thinking about. Imagine like World War II rolls around and they say you're posted in the middle of cold Port Phillip Bay with 100 others on this little island. You would be dirty as. Imagine that versus like your mate gets posted in the Tiwi Islands or somewhere real nice. Anyway, let's see what it was like to live here. Boat's still there. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know where to start, which hole to go in. There's nothing in there. I believe this is where they had the disappearing guns, which Jace might have a bit more info. Jace, what do you know about these disappearing guns? Anything? They disappeared?
They just rifled muzzle loading firearms, which returned back into their disappeared state upon the firing.
I reckon he read that somewhere. They're definitely making it hard for people like me to have a bit of a snoop. Oh, look at the tunnels through there. Jace is just checking if one of his keys just happens to work in the padlock.
There you go, isn't it?
It seemed very unlikely. Oh. Old barracks, I assume. I have nothing to go on there. Barracks is an army term, isn't it? This is bloody cool. I don't want to get too facty, because let's be honest, it's just stuff I've researched. But the theory of this base, and I'm standing at the highest point right now, which is like I'm going to say a lookout. But the theory is behind me here, there's mountains. So when you're looking across the ocean or the bay, you can't see it. It blends into the mountains there. If I spin this around here, that's Port Phillip Heads, which is the entrance to Melbourne. So that's what they were trying to protect. They could sit here, watch if ships came in, and I believe they could remote detonate mines all the way over there. That's the extent of my knowledge. We're not here for facts, but it is interesting. Let's be honest. I'm interested. Jace just corrected me. It's not a lookout, it's an observation post. He also just read that off a sign.
Did not.
Just looking at this sweet slippery rail. How far is our drop? Only 5 or 6 meters. What's the bet that someone slid down this back in the day? Sure, they were doing it all the time. They're probably bored. Oh, it's real slippery too. Throw us that camera. It's got a bit on it. Oh, it's dark. Does it go any further?
No. This is a pump chamber. Apparently.
It's not as exciting as we thought. It stinks real mouldy, real mould-like. Let's scale around the side of it and see if there's another way in. They're doing well to keep me out of here, I'll be honest. I want to get in bad.
Are we even allowed to be here or what?
I think so. I mean, it's an abandoned fort. Like, abandoned means no one's here. So...
Free for all.
I reckon.
I found a little hidey hole. Wonder if we can fit in here.
How is it? Does it go places?
Yeah.
It does? And that was the last we ever saw of Jace. I just realised I've left the key in the ignition of the boat, so I'm hoping there's no boat thieves while we're down here. I'm half tempted to run back and I'll be able to get a light while I'm at it. Don't explore it without me. Look, no one's going to be here, but someone could just be cruising past on their boat with a mate, jump in mine and go. And that'd suck. And they'll be like, oh, what were you doing at the time? And I was like, oh, I was in an abandoned army fort. And just, there'd be a lot of questions, I reckon. A lot of questions. Camera light, keys. Hello? I can't hear Jace, so I'm assuming he's further down the tunnel. Right, I'm going in. I'll obviously have to jump back out and grab this camera, which is annoying. Don't know how we get in here. Oh, I don't think I can reach my camera. Got ya. The tunnel. Hey. I can't believe this. This is awesome. Why is my bloody sunnies on? And my hat on. It's probably not as dark as I thought. Idiot. Oh. All right, now I get a bit of light. Oh my. Oh my. Which way first? Yeah. Oh, this is what we were looking in before. Oh, I'm so excited we're in here. Winnie has the same croc. Has Winnie been here? I might take a bit of this rubbish though, Jace, because it's nice to keep it clean.
Be a good day.
Yeah. Some prick with a cigarette butt, take that. That's what we crawled over.
Kind of feels easier getting in than getting out.
Okay, there's one part left that we haven't explored. This is the bomb-proof barracks. And it's also Jace and I proof, I would say. Unfortunately, because it'd be pretty cool to go in there. Check out in here. Whoa. That's the fort explored. Tick. Now let's go get some food. I'm bloody hungry. En route for some mussels. Let's have a cook up. We're back, seals. Let's wetsuit up. A couple of things. Be careful when you swim under the seals. Secondly, try not to get in a fight with one.
I'll try.
They reckon don't wee in your wetsuits because that attracts them.
Actually?
I'm not gonna lie, the water looks a little bit murky, which means the viz could be a little bit how you going, but that's okay. As long as we see a seal when it's about to land on top of us, that'll be enough. Once we're under there and under the pylons, we should be right. Have a look at them. They're blueing over who gets to eat us. Let's go get a few mussels.
Worth noting, you're not allowed to go within 5 metres of the seals. So I went to the side of the structure that had no seals actually on it. The seals are super inquisitive, so don't swim up to them. A lot of the time they'll just swim up to you.
Now I'm gonna go under and hope I don't get dived upon.
Regulations state that you have to dive deeper than 2 metres, the intertidal zone, when collecting mussels. So make sure you're diving down as deep as you can, basically.
The current's really strong. You alright? Do you want me to go get the boat and grab you? Just tread water. Just tread water, Jace, I'll come get you. Right, let's go pick Jace up. Jace is a bit crampy and the current is just ripping through. So I've just said I'll go pick him up. Rather than struggling against the current, this is the safer option. I know he'd probably want to swim back, to be honest, and probably could, but no, I just like, tread water, I'll come get you. That's why we got this bad boy, for such reasons. Current is ripping. But I think she's gone, bruh. Let's do a one lap. Oh, there it is. Keep your eye on it. We found a catch bag. Oh, he's done it. Let's go have something to eat. What do you reckon? Just waiting on the sous chef. So most of the time when you see mussels, like in a seafood shop or a supermarket, they've been cleaned, so they come out looking like this. But the way we find our mussels here, they're a bit uglier. This is no different, except they'd be ran through a cleaner and spun out so they look nice and clean. So this was our bounty. Obviously it's a scenario where you can just grab as many as you like. There is limits, but we just want a bit of a snack for lunch. So I just got a Jace and I portion. When you have your mussel, it has this little bit that comes off here. That's called the beard. Not as good as that beard, but what we need to do is try and get rid of that. So what you do is just grab it and then pull it towards this point, like so. And it'll still sort of be in there, but you got the majority of it out. And that's no drama, it's just sort of pick it out as you're eating. Onions. More chili! So the dish today, what is the dish? It's chili, garlic, lemon, steamed mussels. Bit of oil first. There is a secret ingredient I haven't mentioned yet.
What's that?
I'm not mentioning it yet. I will mention, this is the first time me trying this recipe. I've tried like similar ones, and it's also my first time cooking it on the boat. Bit of red onion. In the perfect world, we're in our own kitchen, we're at home, we'll chop up our own garlic. I'm out here on the boat, so I am cheating, and we're just using a bit of jar stuff. You can never have too much garlic. Bit more oil. Just starting to get a bit of a saute happening, as they say in the game.
How are you making this recipe up?
It's got a bit of a background, but basically that background is, yeah, me making it up. Yeah.
I was expecting a bottle of white wine from somewhere.
Oh, no, I'll do you better than that. I'll do better than white wine. Chile for a bit of heat. I know Jace likes his heat. The mussels. Fully put them. You asked for white wine. I've got something better for you, Jace. Beer. Bit of lemon, get them to the boil and let them steam. I know you can't smell that, but it smells real good.
Real good.
Real good.
Real good.
Looking at this chili, it's like super soft because it was just like at the bottom of my fridge crisper for God knows how long. Dare you to eat it. Any heat to it?
Time will tell.
He still took the risk unknowingly. We nearly died of drowning and now he's nearly died of chili. It's time. We've earned it. Oh, that there, next to the mussel, is a little crab. Like a little parasite crab, I'm guessing. See him?
$20.
Don't need 20 bucks, he's a crab.
Yeah.
Tasted like a crab too. As for the mussel, no,
Good.
that's real good. Just a little hint when eating mussels. If any don't open when you've cooked them, don't eat them because they're no good. You better try one, Jess.
Try the one that's not open.
Going against my very rule.
It's good squishy.
Hey! Oh, that's really good. The flavours of that chili and like that garlic and lemon have gone right through it. Probably worth mentioning, your shells will double as a soup spoon. It's really good, isn't it?
Oh, it's so good, bro.
I'm gonna go out on a whim and say this is probably the nicest thing I've cooked on this show. If you are gonna take any recipe, it's this one. It's the easiest one I've ever done. Oh, they're all pretty easy, let's be honest, but this was bloody easy. And it also involves a beer, so it's a win-win. Thanks, Jace, for coming along as our special guest. Also our resident army expert, because he could read a few facts that he found online.
Thanks for saving me from drowning.
Awesome little adventure trip. Hope you enjoyed it. Glad you... Oh, yeah, you did nearly drown, didn't you? I hope you enjoyed the abandoned military thought. Hope you enjoyed the mussels. Till next time. Hooroo!